Okay. Okay. Okay, and there's stream elements. All right. I'd say we can get started now. I was just digging around. Well, I wasn't digging around. I was checking out Stream Manager. I should say this. If you've come in here, you will have noticed that there is now a toggle for mature audiences. Eyeshadow. Yeah. If you'll have noticed, there is a toggle before you walked into the stream, hopefully. Well, I toggled it on you. It won't look like a toggle for you, but I toggled on that this is for mature audiences. And there's gonna be a warning soon when we start up the game that I have put down myself. So I've taken all the proper precautions. You can't say I didn't warn you. Hi, Tumi. So I guess we can get started. All right. There we go. Oh, thank you, Kage, for subscribing at 4 months. And you're on a 4-month stream. I'd watch, but this game is depressing. Well, thank you for stopping by. Sorry, I'm adjusting myself in my chair. It's very squeaky. I'd watch with this game. Yeah, I decided I would finally get into it. I think it's about time I put on my big girl pants and play some horror. Also, I think this would just be very fun for us to do. Please enter your name. Y'all have chairs? Alright, crazy. And creepy. Alright, we're gonna put in Cal. Okay. Should I do voices for the girls? I've watched this game before with so with lots of jokes. I'm prepared. That's great. I'm glad, Shadow. This is okay. I was just checking again if the capture is good. It's looking great. Alright, we're running good. Let's go, I can finally stay for depression game. Yeah, let's go! I just removed my kneecaps and sit on them. Nice. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Please do voices, it would be so funny. Okay. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. I was going to watch a playthrough of Doki Doki, but then I was like, no, I want to walk into this blind. So I only made it into when our main character gets into the literature club, but that is as far as I know about this game. Which, like, okay, I kind of know about the game from game theory and stuff like that. Oh, there's ads running? I'm so sorry. But what is it? Yeah, so I only know, like, who the bad guy is and all that stuff, but I don't know any of the, like, stuff that is gonna, like, happen, like, real detailed stuff. Alright, see you later, Toomey. Have a good lurk. Take care of yourself. So, I don't really know the ins and outs of this game like I would of, like, something that I might have prepared myself, but I am, like, kind of it's, like, semi-blind. Like, I kind of know what's going on, because it was very popular at the time. It's very hard to avoid a popular game, but also, like, I am also, like, I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know what choices I, like, make to get, like, the quote-unquote, like, best ending, if there even is multiple endings. So, like, exactly, like, I don't even know if there's multiple endings. Like, that is how, like, walking into this blind I am, kind of. Okay, this girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Ads are done, yay! Alright, I was just saying that I'm walking into this semi-blind, like I kind of know what's going to happen, but I don't know what choices affect multiple endings. If there are multiple endings, I don't know. I'm walking into this semi-blind because it was a popular game and I watch Matt Pat, so you know how he feels about indie horror games. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Yeah, game theory puck, game theory puck. Oh, Metal just came up to say I could clip the game. Well, shit, okay. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Cal. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. It's funny because it's gay now. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. That was, that laugh took 5 years off my life. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Cal, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. Oh, wrong person. I told you already. I'm not interested in joining any clubs. Cal, are you gay or bi or something? I am, yeah. I'm bi. It's just that, like, it's, like, the gameplay I was watching was from a man. So to me, I'm like, aha, it's funny now. Because I'm a woman. And, like, it's usually not, like, a thing for, like, two girls to be... two girls can make out. Like, that's the joke. And, like, they'd be like, they're such good friends. So, like, the line being, like, oh, like, people are gonna think we're a couple or something. It's kind of, like, ironically funny to me. Because it's, like... in real life, that just isn't a thing that people would, like, expect, like, two people of the same sex. It's not as widely thought. Yeah, I get it, yeah. Explaining the joke makes it even funnier. I was just wondering. Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. One of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now. He's a weeb! No, we are the weeb now! I remember when I first started watching your streams after ages and you were talking about one of the things that made you realize that. You're odd. I'm trying to think. It's not really something I think about anymore, kind of. It's kind of like, yeah, I've kind of settled in. So probably when... Did I identity that now I'm very comfortable with that it was like a sleepover or something? I've not ever had a sleepover. Actually, fun fact. I have not slept over. I picked her because she had silly goofy vibe. Yeah. I'm so confused. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. I need to look up that word. I don't know what it means. Not engaged in education, employment, or training. Sarah is pretty fucking literate. I didn't know that. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I don't know, you and some people were meant to be changing... Oh! But you didn't... Oh! Changing rooms! Yes, yeah, girls' changing room, summer camp. Nobody, like, really turned around. We were all pretty comfortable with each other, kind of in a sense. But too comfortable to be a straight scenario. Bro, they're part of a book club. Of course she knows words. True. Yeah, the literature club. She's very literate, huh? Yup, that. My god, I feel old now. That was so long ago. I have not been to a summer camp since, like, ages. I think the only time I'd ever go back to a summer camp is that I was, like, a counselor. Like, a summer job. Oop! Oop! No! My water bottle. Cap. That was such a weird note to come back to you after a while. I mean, like, yeah, you know. I do a lot of introspection, so I have to look at my past a lot, but I haven't been doing that lately. I've just been on the grind. I heard wine bottle. Yeah, we're getting drunk on this stream. No. Twitch, don't ban me. We're not getting drunk. It was a water bottle. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me... Yeah, I was reading that right. Makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. I love this music. It's like... It's kind of a bop. But if we're gonna adjust the settings, oh Jesus! Might lower the volume a bit more. Okay. Or we could return back. Okay. That was really weird on my screen. that was really bad. The school day is as Did you break it already? No, I don't know what happened. I didn't do anything. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall. Phil! I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Reading books? That's gross. Don't you know? It's not cool to read. Meanie. Sayori is Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. Nerds! And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. Step by for a cupcake, okay? Yeah, let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I would too. If they're fucking, if they better be good. I'm not selling my soul for a cheap cupcake. Let's go guilt tripping your friends into doing what I want. Yeah, let's go. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year classes and activity. Cute girls and food, worth it. Yeah. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Oh, I glanced around the room. Oh fuck. She's supposed to be older, right? Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. That's just my voice. I don't know. I put some suave into it. I don't know. I can't make my voice deeper. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, cow! What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. I don't know, maybe I'll give Natsuki a bit of a lisp or something. I don't know, she's young. She can't articulate, it's okay. Natsuki, the little baby of the group. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girl. She's not. Aren't they all 18 plus? I have no idea. Anyway, that's Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? I have no idea how to voice Monica. My voice can only go so far. DSL Plus says they are all 18 plus. Oh, hello, Lord Saro. Are you sure that's not just for DDLC Plus? Hey chat. Hi. That's alright. It's great to see you again, Cal. I don't know, if we're in the same year, I can use my same voice, it's fine. Different years, different voices. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Cal. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Tea? Girl, got a microwave or stove? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. It was good. What the fuck is microwave tea? Look, I don't approve of it, but it's a way you can make tea. To boil, to make the water hot. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Like I've heard of stove tea. That's bad enough. What do you mean? So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. The true Brit in me just came out. It's called being in a dorm with no kitchen. Yeah, listen. I have stove tea. It's good. Microwaving water is okay. Yeah, but I mean in terms of a tier list, I feel like it'd be on the bottom, out of necessity. Out of necessity or laziness. But only as a last resort, yeah. Well, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious. It's magically delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I've made tea with a coffee brewer. You do whatever is necessary sometimes. Exactly, thank you. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. You can get a kettle for a dorm room for 20 pounds if you're lucky. A kettle for 20 pounds? I'm pulling out the converter because I don't. No. That's still a lot of money. 20 pounds is $23. Yeah, that's like 25. No. I'm sure you can find something cheaper. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Never mind, I found one that's 10 pounds. Exactly, yeah, come on now. 20 pounds! It better be a kettle that sings! I got mine for around that price. It still works after like 4 years of constant use. Mine screams! Tea kettle's whistle, that's close to singing. Yeah, true. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. That's the thing about cupcakes. You can't really bite down. Maybe I'm weird for this, but I always lick off a bit of, like, icing before I take a bite in the cake. The cake part, because I'm just like, I don't want to get my face all messy. The icing and sweet is full of flavor. I have no concept of money. I was just eyeballing it just in case. No, I understand. It just shocked me. I smushed the cake on the icing, you know. Oh, like it's like the sandwich part. I go Sayori style. Forget maintaining appearance. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Yeah. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? No? Made them for you or anything. Oh! Because this guy watches anime! And she's the, yandere? I believe? I think that's the right term. Where they like you, but they're, like, aloof about it. Tsundere, yeah. No? No, I'm wrong. Okay. I agree, I got bullied by my friends for getting icing on my nose. They called the white liquid that I... Ooh. Is it not with an S? Is it just tsundere? That reference went right over my head when I played this. I don't know. I focus on the little... They mentioned the anime club like a billion times. My friends are Persian dirty minded. Oh, the icing thing. It is with an S. I misspelled. Oh, okay. So yeah, it is tsundere. Oh yeah. So that's it. Haven't I heard this before? Yeah. All right. I'm smart. I'm big brain. I misspelled. No, that's okay. Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for, you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Excuse me. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I don't read. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. Damn, Monica, you gonna throw your friend under the bus? I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Oh! I don't know if this is supposed to be happening. What the fuck? That's different. I am so serious. This is the first time I've played. I don't think this is supposed to happen. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. We're just gonna save right here. Just in case I have to close it. Looks like someone's starting early. It normally takes longer. I don't know what I did! I haven't even made any choices yet! I haven't made any choices yet! Cal has 4 girls all over her for joining a club. A guy can barely get one. I should join more clubs. Yeah, next time I go to school, I should go check out my local literature club. So what made you consider the literature club? Monica, what the fuck just happened? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. I'm scared, like, the glitches aren't part of the game, and I just, like, broke TDLC. I hope not. I mean, like, it'll be cool if we could, like, accidentally speed run our way through this. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. I know, right? Talk about overachievement. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we could all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these 3. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Cal, what kind of things do you like to read? Fuck. Well... Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. I let you have a cupcake and all you read is manga? I hope that's her reaction. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri chases the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Wow, bless you. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Ah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Guys, I just got the call. I get pizza for dinner because my dad feels bad for getting caught up at work. Let's go! Pizza for dinner! Congrats! Let's go! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Hello? Hello! Genix7. What's up? Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. I'm good. How are you? We're doing pretty well. I haven't been totally freaked out yet. We did experience a couple glitches. One with the save file and one with a Monica dialogue, kind of. It was really weird. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. They know what she's doing. They're like, oh no, we've been thrown under the bus. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Cal? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Cal, how much of the game are you going to do today? Until this music gets annoying? I don't know. Also, thank you, Genix, for the follow. I have no idea. I don't know. We'll probably do our usual, like, hour, 2 hours? Around there. Boom, boom, boom. And thank you, Lord Kusura, for the follow. Alright, Monica smiling warmly at me. Oh no. Hold on. There's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. It's just women. That's where it goes off. It's just women. There are sort of chapters to it, so you could do it at the end of that. So, yeah, I guess, yeah, we could try that. We'll see how long this chapter is. Like, I'll look at the time, and then I'll just assume every chapter is that length. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Why do you always look all so upset? She doesn't look dejected. Natsuki looks like she's gonna fucking toss my ass around in the parking lot if I leave without joining the club. Natsuki's ready to throw hands. But I'm sorry. I thought Cal, you all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, Natsuki doesn't want peace, she wants problems. Exactly. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yeah, I'm so happy. Talking so much in my normal voice, going high-pitched, fucked me up a bit. Natsuki is Anki? I assume it's how it's pronounced. But I don't know what that term means, I'm sorry. So she wraps her hands around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. I would have taken you behind the school, and I would have beaten you with the cardboard box I brought for the cupcakes. Natsuki only joined the club to make it chaotic. Exactly. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Cal, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Safe to say it's eventually successful. Oh god. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Don't sell ourselves short. I don't know about you, game me. Actually, no, I can't write poems. They're right. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Cal, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stays after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Thank God you joined. Otherwise, you would have gotten beaten up by the, 4-foot little gremlin girl with a box. I know, right? With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. One, we're already neighbors with Sayori. This sounds better than Monica. Oh my god, Natsuki reminds me of Tommy. No! No! I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Oh, that was really funny. Now I'm just gonna look at Natsuki, and I'm gonna see Tommy. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Do we actually get to write one? Oh, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. I'll get a big fat kiss. Why isn't Monica on here? Well, I mean, I know why, but I don't know. Look at them. They're so cute. Okay. Save your game here. Bonk. Yes. Okay. Alright, who are we trying to impress? I don't know what year we're in, but if we called Natsuki a first year, it means she's younger than us. So I'm probably not, like, I think technically, I don't know if you can technically romance them. Like I said, I'm walking into this semi-blind. But if I had a choice, I'm gonna go after Yuri, obviously. So maybe insight. Yeah, she loved that. Agonizing. Oh yeah. All right. Okay. They're all the same age. We can't all be first years, can we? They're all the same age. Sayori's route is the most fun. Soon. I'll do it next time. Maybe each time we'll try to, like, they're all the equivalent of high school seniors. Oh, so she's just short. She just looks like a first year. Okay. Okay. They're all 18 plus for legal reasons. Right, she's just drawn that way. Okay, okay. I thought that was like I thought she was actually a first year. Okay. So we're a high school senior. Okay, back to a couple of months ago. Okay. Tenacious, contamination, lazy, existence? Yeah, alright. Okay. Covet, pink, heart, disaster? Yeah, alright. Alright, we're gonna do Yuri this round just because I've gotten so far with her. Yeah, the other girls bully her for being smaller, lol. It's like Phoenix. And Rev. They're both very short. Rev's my short little mother figure. Gotta go for a quick second. BRB. Alright, no problem. Alright, we're gonna impress Yuri so much with this. Clouds, amazing, raindrops, incapable, nibble, unstable. Alright. I am here modding for you and I can't believe I love you. You can't see it, but I'm making a little heart with my fingers. Tragedy. Oh, that was a Sayori thing. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go bye to me. Happiness, comfort, disarray, time. Time? Alright. Well, the other girl's outside of the club. The other club members don't pick on her for her size. Alright. Alrighty. Candy, Ocean, Joy, Inferno, Destiny? Okay. So, out of 20, we got one that actually matched Sayori really well. I forgot the word. But it was something that I think it was like, it was something around the lines of like misfortune or something like that. I have no idea what effulgent means. Ambient? There we go. I'm not gonna pick a word I don't know what it means. Chocolate. Oh, that's cute. So these are all the cute answers for Natsuki, I'm assuming. There's a lot of cute ones. Beauty. Oh, okay. We got 2 for Sayori. If you don't know the meaning of a word, it's probably a Yuri word. Oh. Infallible, meager, vivacious. I kind of know what that means. I feel like I know what it means. I've used it before, I'm pretty sure. But if you ask me what the definition is, I want to know. Demon dog. That is my dog. Alright. So, ooh. The big S word. Eternity. There you go. Whirlwind. Email. Determination. Demon dog. Hi, demon dog. Hi. What you doing? You talking to the other dogs? Demon dog. Yeah. That is what we call my little 7-pound chihuahua. Little demon dog. Memories, horror. Oh, she said she loved horror. Okay. Vertigo, kawaii, promise. Oh. A lot of words that I think apply to Yuri also apply to Sayori. So, you know, maybe Sayori's right route would also be fun. Poof. Extreme? Vitality, fantasy, hopeless, skipping, unrequited. Oh. Essence? Demon dog is scaring my cat. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry to your cat. What kind of cat is it? I only know them in terms of colors, so I don't know any breeds. Incongruent. This is a fancy word. Electricity. That's fancy. Entropy. Oh, I thought that they, like, would walk. No, they just walk randomly. Whisper. Oh, the last word I got was for Natsuki. Hi, Genko. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Cal. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Oh. I didn't know they used pronouns, Aris. And if they did, I fucking ignored them. Oh. Ah, boo. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. I'll end you in the parking lot. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Monica over Natsuki. His breeds are simple Scottish and British. He is gray and has some white spots. I assume he's adorable. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Cal always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Yeah, I'm so dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Cal can become good friends too. Sayori. We want to be more than friends. Arctic! Hi! Did you just wake up? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry. Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. Oh my god! Blushing, kicking my feet, twirling my hair. It's a short read, so would you keep your attention, even if you don't usually read, and we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted to. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I just realized my rice cakes and Yuri... I got Yuri on the brain. And curry are mango flavored. Mango is delicious. I hope that question mark exclamation point is in delight. Hi, I'm back. Welcome back. Yuri's being adorable and we're kicking our feet and twirling our hair. Got Yuri in the brain. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Aw. Yeah, also, I didn't know that the default pronouns were he. So, you know, we're just gonna say that they misgendering me. You know, that's the headcanon. No, I'm sure it's fine. Although, if they were to do another update, I feel like maybe they should use gender-neutral pronouns. Just a little bit. Or just stick to saying the user's name. Yes, it's very yummy. Okay, yeah. I'm glad. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. I'm sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. Damn, we're such a fucking chick magnet, dude. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Does Yuri think we're weird because we stare? Nah, I think we just accidentally made her uncomfortable. You get that feeling someone's staring behind you? Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationship, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles, all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Cal? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. I didn't. Stranger Things, sort of. Oh my god, this is Stranger Things Season 5. It's out! She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. I love creepy books. Ooh. I don't think I've read much horror, but that's just because I'm not much of a media horror fan. So, like, getting into, like, reading and having my own imagination into it, I am trying to explore my horizons with this. Like, we've played a couple other horror games before, so maybe I'll get into some horror books soon. Scary Books Pog. I can mail you some of my favorites. Moral of the story, Cal's a massive nerd. A little bit. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. That's really fun. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. If anything, I want you to spoil the whole story because I don't think we're going to get to read it. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Yuri is tall brain. She's an epic girl. Yes! She's big brain, super smart. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Oh my god, but that is such a thing I've noticed with just female presenting people in general. Like, okay, during like my first couple weeks of college and stuff, people would really crowd around the escalators because we have stairs in like some areas, but like one of the main areas that everybody uses is like these escalators because it's like right in the middle of like where a lot of classes are. Like you just get there and you immediately like can head to classes. So like it usually gets really crowded at some points, and it's usually when I'm leaving. So like I find that like guys, and like I've even tried to like just like not say anything, but like sometimes you like bump into people on the escalator because like there's like a massive crowd forming and there's no space where you're able to get off. And one time I actually bumped into someone, but instead of just like pushing them, I held onto their arms because I didn't want them to fall, either me or them. And they were like, and they apologized to me even though I technically like grabbed them without their like consent. And I was like, no, no, it's not your fault or anything. Like people just like don't know how to move and stuff. So it's like really weird, but like yeah, like I mean it's very clear now, like the escalators, I mean, but like yeah, like when it was like the early days and there was a lot of people crowding around, like I barely heard any guys apologize. Like, they were just, like, moving on, like, to their own stuff. But a lot of girls, it was like a wave of, like, sorry. Like, I even found myself saying it a lot. Because, like, but, like, the thing is that it's nobody's fault. So, but, like, yeah. It's definitely a weird thing. But it's, like, also understandable. I mean, in that situation especially. But even just, like, I've, like, accidentally bumped into people from, like, spacing out, having no brain, and I should be the one to apologize. And the person paying attention to their surroundings that I've accidentally bumped into has said sorry to me. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Because it's my fault. I was the one spacing out, or I was the one on my phone. And, like, my short little stubby legs tripped. Interesting. Yeah, it's really weird. As a guy, if a girl touches me, I would freak out and assume it's my fault and think they're gonna get annoyed because they think I'm being a weirdo. Yeah. No, but it was me touching, like, another girl. And, like, because it's summer still, kind of, like, she was wearing, like, a spaghetti strap tank top, so I'm, like, touching, like, her bare arms and stuff. And she's the one apologizing to me. And I'm the one who felt really bad because, like, I am, like, not trying to be in anybody's, like, space and stuff. But, yeah, as a guy, like, if, like, a girl accidentally, like, bumps into stuff, like, yeah, but I've rarely found guys apologizing. Like, they'll just, like, it's less, like, saying I'm sorry and more silently checking if you're okay. Like, if I bumped into a guy, they'll kind of, like, hold their hands out, kind of like, oh, if you're gonna fall, I'm gonna catch you, and then I'll just say sorry and, like, I'll, like, catch my balance and we'll move on. But they'll never say I'm sorry. But with the girl, it's always just you bump into each other, and then, like, you both say sorry, kind of. So it's weird. Also, ads? Oh. It's one of my biggest fears, because I have a lot of girlfriends, and I don't want to come across creepy. Well, it's very good that you're aware of your presence. Also, ads. Can I turn off the ad? Can I snooze it? I can't. You recently ran it. Doesn't say. It says pre-rolls are off. We apparently have... There's a timer now that I have where it says there's only 32 minutes till the next ad. Or maybe I was supposed to be aware. It hasn't sent me anything. It's weird. But yeah, it's weird in terms of that. Okay. Ads over. Okay, so then I'll respond to your thing. One of my biggest fears is having a lot of girlfriends and I don't want to come across the TV. That is a very good thing, to be aware of your presence. Because a lot of people will just do things and not be aware. But I don't bump into people usually, but when I do, I apologize. But for me as a girl, guys just push me after bumping into me and don't say sorry, but girls do. I'm confused. Yeah, it's really weird. Like, if I'm the one who's in the wrong, between a guy and a girl, guys usually just, like, either they, because it's really half and half. Some will just keep walking, and some will, like, if I bump into them really badly, like, they'll, like, make sure I have my balance or something without, like, touching me. So, like, there's 50-50 on that. But yeah, but if I bump into a girl, it's like the both of us just being like, sorry, in, like, unison, and, like, kind of, like, sometimes, like, we'll giggle to ourselves, like we just bumped into each other, it's nobody's fault, and we're both here saying sorry. Like, you know, but, like, I hate guys who think they're better than people and push and never apologize when it's their fault or not. Yeah. It's really weird. Like, it is true. Like, I'm not gonna say I haven't experienced, like, guys, like, bumping into me and then, like, walking as if nothing happened. I'm over here just like, what the fuck? It's strange. It's a mixed bag. But I'd say from middle school to now, it's definitely, I want to say, like, 50-50 of, like, some guys actually being aware of their presence and making sure that you have your balance. And there's still some who just, like, move on because, like, either it didn't affect them and, like, they're just not used to or accommodated to saying sorry. My general experience, girls tend to be better and nicer when it comes to, like, bumping into each other and stuff. Yeah, like, they run away, they don't even walk away. Well, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm average height, but I'm pretty sure compared to the average guy, over here, so like, yeah, like it does feel like they're running away because they're so tall. And they're just like, they're walking away. It's like, geez, they're like halfway across the hall before I could even like mutter out a sorry. But yeah, you should be more confident in yourself. You don't need to say sorry. You're a strong, independent woman. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Huh. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Huh. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. And I'm like, hey, wait! And they run away. Like, they literally run. Oh. Oh. That's a... That is, like, weird, but also, like, kind of funny. Like, they're like, oh no, I bumped into someone, time to sprint! But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Also, I used to be super thin, then puberty started existing, and I got pretty broad shoulders, so I'm kind of self-conscious about bumping people, and sometimes find myself walking kind of sideways, also I walk very fast. Oh, man. I mean, I think generally, I don't know how to spell broad. I think it's with an O. I just avoid people in general, so I don't have to deal with these issues. Same. I try to have spatial awareness, but the second I have spatial awareness for my, like, self, but once I have my backpack on, it's like I have, like, my spatial awareness just went from 100 to, like, 60%, because suddenly it's like I have this thing on my back, and, like, it's really difficult to, like, be more spatially aware, so I end up bumping into people sometimes, because I'm just trying to focus on, like, it's that thought of, oh, don't think about trees, and then suddenly you're thinking about trees. It's like, oh, I don't want to bump into anybody, and then I bump into someone. Just think of Broadway to help you remember. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, it's the other way around. What did I think of? Oh, it isn't O. It's just the other way around. Huh. I am, like... I have astigmatism for a reason. I always squint at chat. She's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Oh, yeah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? We're kicking our feet, curling our toes. I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Fast people in chat, count me out. If I turn while using full speed, I feel like vomiting. So I never run unless it's needed, because my body is in pain after sprinting. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Wow, remind me to never get on a carnival ride with you. Oh, jeez. If Yuri was real and slightly less sort of psycho, she would actually be an awesome, really cool person. So, basically, if Yuri was real and got psychiatric help, I'd be friends with her. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. True, she would totally be my friend. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Yuri's just introverted, not psychotic. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But, Cal, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't realize you were so self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant that it's kind of cute. I'm assuming you don't know the full plot of DDLC because all of them are pretty crazy. I don't know the details. Like I said, I watch game theory. You know, we love MatPat. We stand MatPat in this house. But no, I don't know the full extent of their stuff. Also, the DDLC theories were ages ago. And, like, I was curious to rewatch them, but I was like, no, I want to walk into this, like, as blind as I can get. So I don't really remember much. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's time that we share today's poems with each other. I assume this was Cal's first playthrough, so I'm trying to voice it. It is. I've never played this game before. In terms of playing, I have not. In terms of... And I don't think I've ever watched a playthrough either. So again, I don't know details. I'm not going to recognize anything, like, too much, I don't think. So, that's it. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. Okay, yeah. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. See, let's try to avoid foreshadowing. I promise I know pretty much everything there is to know about this game, but I'm not gonna do anything to take this experience away from Cal if it can be avoided. I'm gonna go, okay everyone, let's wreck the possibility of these two being lovebirds and interrupting them. Right? Come on, Monica, you fucking cockblock. We were reading a book and getting into philosophical discussions. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Ouch. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? Oh my god, fucking smooth! I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. I am so bad at mental notes. By the way, I forgot what I did for Monica's voice. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Wow, Cal, you're very pissed at Monica for interrupting. Stop simping. Never! I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Rightfully so, they were having a fun session together. Monica's stupid. I said for you. For Yuri. Yeah. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf, torn from a spiral notebook. That's a mood. Stupid. That's my new favorite word this week. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Yuri, she's gonna fucking love it. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I could trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Let's go! What was that? You didn't hear that, Yuri. Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Fuck, I feel like I need to sneeze. Okay, no, it's gone. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just been up. Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. There we go, the sneeze came back. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, bless her good, thank you. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Yuri, let me draw you in a royal purple dress while you read a book, 'cause you a queen. Smooth. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you could be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. I need to hydrate. Alright. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. How about all three? Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? What? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm breathing. I bathe. Calm. I didn't know if it was a semicolon or if it was just a cut-off S. But I think it's a semicolon. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Outside poem area to continue. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. It's beautiful! What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you in a ghost, Yuri? Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Cal. Really? I must have totally missed a point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. You just said we spent forever reading it. Yuri's gonna love my poem. It's called I Need to Hydrate. The best poem ever. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences into their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Cal. Me too. Should I show my poem to next? Let's do Sayori, because I'm going to do it in order of who jumped the most. So, in order, it was Yuri, then it was Sayori, and then it was Natsuki, and then obviously Monica isn't there. So, we could always do her last. This is a good poem, Cal. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right, but that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the classroom. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Cal. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. Thanks, Sayori. I'm glad you loved I Need to Hydrate. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you to. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. Get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. I think I changed Sayori's voice, but I think I'm gonna make Natsuki the more high-pitched one. Sayori's gonna be a hint less, just to differentiate them in my head. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
Ooh, demon dog. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Okay. Then, Natsuki.
Cal, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh.
What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer! Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. Gotta go now, bye. Bye, Shadow! I need to hydrate. When I wake up, I need to hydrate. When I eat chips, I need to hydrate. When I eat seafood. When I run. Hydration is key. Drink water in order to hydrate. Poem by Gen X7. Oh, that's a great poem. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about?
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Your Natsuki voice is perfect. Natsuki doesn't like hydrate. I don't know, how could she? This is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly.
It's hard to scream with her. I don't like it because you don't like hydrating.
I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, all that's left is Monica. Just Monica. Hi, Cal. Having a good time so far? Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. That is a mood and a half. Anyway,
Want to share your poem with me?
it's kind of embarrassing, but I have to. What? There has to be a psychological reason when I fake a laugh, I end up really laughing. Maybe it's also because it sounded really stupid. Don't worry, Cal. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I had Monica my poem. Great job, Cal. No, my poem is pro. You're 18 and you call nursery rhymes complicated. Serious poems, hydration important, not Eagles fan. That laugh did sound a little... that laugh did sound unhinged. Love it. Thank you.
Good job, Cal. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
I do. I did know that.
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism, unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it.
Okay, so we got a hint for Sayori. So direct words that lead to either happiness and sadness.
It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
Cal, may I drop a YouTube link showing a short work-in-progress animation of Yuri and Monica for Gen X? Oh, hang on. Alright, I'm gonna wait for them to come back. I'm gonna hydrate in the meantime. My voice is getting really fucked up. Water. What if 4 talk about awful timing? Oh, jeez. Can I not cancel ads? Sayori writing about hydration and I will marry you. I'm like, everyone Yuri is already writing about hydration. Woo! Do do bum ba dum ba dum bum ba dum ba dum dum dum. I think I'll have to turn off ads for next time we do this. I'll keep that in mind. I'm just stretching. I'm using the ad break to my advantage this time. All done. Would that be okay? If you're not able to drop a link in Whispers, I am okay with it. So if you can't Whisper link it, then yes, you can throw it in chat. And I'm sure anybody else would love to see it. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident.
I promise it's family friendly. Alright.
That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. I'm gonna open the link. Ooh, I'm gonna turn off sound just in case. I don't want to get copyright claimed by you. Oh, I didn't mean to hijack it. No, I'm just. It is fine. I am doing this of my own volition. No, it's cute. It's nice. I'll have to listen to it again with music. But it's very nice. I didn't finish, but it's absolutely fabulous. Yeah. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction that's... Hold on, her handwriting is kind of hard to read. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas! I just wanted to read it like that. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays.
Oh no! Monica doesn't rhyme! Get out of the club!
That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one? Just a work in progress, not published yet, but it's the only one I have with Yuri in black and purple, so I'll probably have it finished later this week. That's nice. What's the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Why did she say it like that? It didn't sound like she was talking to my character. It sounded like she was talking to me. Rule 1 of poetry. Hydrate! I mean rhyme! Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. They're very good friends, it seems. They're very close. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. I was going to say retrospective. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Did you say something?
It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sari liked it, and Cal did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet.
And Cal liked my poem too, you know.
Dang, Natsuki, hydrate. It's better for your temper.
He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Huh? That's not what I... Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Cal appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more?
Maybe you can help me convince Cal to dub Natsuki's voice for the modded game after she finishes her playthrough, of course. Dude, that would be really cool if I was part of a project like that.
Hi, baby. Hi. Are you that full of yourself?
I know. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Cal started showing up.
Oh my god! Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Cal, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason?
Dang, Yuri, take some water. And Natsuki, hydrate. What's in your life? They're about to throw hands in the school's parking lot.
The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Cal.
Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Cal?
Well...
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? Because we're fucking hot, that's why. We're a chick magnet. Alright, bye, Chi-Chi. You seem like you want to go. Now you're hugging me? Hi. Demon dog is in lap. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Ooh, so of course it's gonna be, help me! Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori!
Huh?
Yeah! That's what I picked too. Got bailed out by the reliable childhood friend. I'm not making a choice quite yet, but this is like the second chapter. Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Cal.
Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never.
It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends.
Sorry, but Cal sips for Yuri, not you, Natsuki. You be so pale because you never hydrate. Out of frustration, no offense. Also, thanks to Yuri for giving some water to everyone. Yeah.
I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well... Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Oh my
Oh my god, I just woke up to the boob comment. Oh Jesus. I'm glad that's what you woke up to. Siri is every bit as supportive as a bra. Oh my god. Big and beautiful indeed. Sayuri stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayuri is vice president, I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. Sayori Natsuki is making nursery rhymes. Bro, you call that beautiful? Her nursery rhymes aren't even deep. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead. Damn! But sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes the two of us. Yeah, you're a hypocrite. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person does... Wait, what? Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. I don't know. I want breakfast is definitely the line I'll remember. Now, Rosary is amazing because she hydrated. That's cute. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Cal, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Our heart was filled with determination. Every time I see the word determination, I always think of Undertale now. Cal, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. My voice is falling apart. Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and my voice is gonna be like so hoarse. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Undertale good, everyone hydrating there. Yeah, it's a good game. That what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that.
Bruh, you better have a voice if we play Val later. I'll make sure to hydrate.
I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I could see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Cal, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Alright, let's save here. Yes. Okay. How long are we into this? We're about 2 hours in. But I don't want to stop. This is kind of fun. Okay. It's like 3 p.m. We could do another chapter. Don't forget to say, yeah. Sayori, you look like you always hydrated, asking. Yeah. Alright. Bye, demon dog. Alright. I think we'll do another one of these chapter things and then we can end off. Because this is actually really fun. Okay. We said that. Okay. So first we did something that would impress Yuri. Let's do something that'll impress Sayori. I want to have some fun with her. Lazy. Okay, so Monica said that she likes simple words that deal with happiness or sadness. So smile? Yeah, okay. Doki Doki. Doki Doki? Oh, that was her. Okay. Breathe? Oh, okay. I'm doing very bad at this. Friends. There we go. Family? Okay. Tears. Okay. Simple words. Sayori's words are actions and happy emotions. Okay. Heart. Yeah. Party. Yeah, okay. Warm. Vibrant? Oh, okay. Fuck. Okay, anxiety? Okay, then. I guess it's not a happy emotion. Amazing. There you go. Joy. Okay. Bubbles. Okay. Cheer. Woo. It looks like these two are tied for second in my mental knocking everything up. Hope. Puppy. Oh, okay. Fuck. I just really wanted to put down puppy. Pleasure. Okay. Oh, right, because that's a fancy word. Pure. Okay. Oops. Excitement. Okay. Rev says you were screaming about boobs. I was not screaming about boobs. It was Sayori who was screaming about boobs. Puppy as a demon dog starts acting up. Yeah, when she doesn't get rubbed, she decides to do her job as the guard dog of this house. I was not screaming about boobs. She was screaming, I was not! Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past few days. Those past couple days. I'm sure you weren't. No, you said, no! That would have been a typo. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Cal. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. Then I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Damn! That's a backhanded compliment. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Huh. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that, all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Yeah, Sayori was busy hydrating Yuri. She screwed up boobs because she spilled out her eyes. I just want to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option.
I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. She just rescued him from massive female drama the day before. The least he could do is buy her a snack. Yeah. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Uh-huh.
Yuri, tell Cal to let me borrow some money.
Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Don't you talk about me about spending my money responsibly. I'm the last. Actually, I'm the first person you should talk to about that. I don't spend my money well. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book.
I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
There's no way you could think that.
Girl! You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution.
Retribution.
That!
Sayori, stop being relatable! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Yeah, get her an ice cube. It's the yummy mind reading snack. Ooh, I might make some ice cubes later. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Oh! Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the
Ow! What was... a cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Jesus Christ! Did Natsuki just slap this girl in the face with a cookie? Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution!
Retribution, Frisbee style. Actually, that one almost worked.
I was just going to give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Or maybe a popsicle. Lots of ice and hydration. Sayori hugs the cookie. I thought she was gonna hug Natsuki. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good.
Sayori suddenly clasps her hand over her mouth.
I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki.
Can I try it? Girl, are you eating at home?
Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. There you go. Needed to hug her.
Ah, jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
What the fuck, Sayori? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Oh my goodness. Girl. Sayori is cutesy and deserves free popsicles. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, could you tell Sayori...
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room.
Where's Monica anyway?
Good question. Why can we just see cute girls? Why can't we just see cute girls? Why do they gotta be into a guy? Disgusting. Good question. I mistyped. Whoops. Why can't we just see Yeah, why can't we just see cute girls? Why do they gotta be into? It's fine. I had a feeling it was can't because I was like, huh. Have you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
Huh?
You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's wrong, Yuri.
That's true. Excuse me.
Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed.
But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica.
I don't really. I just kind of started recently.
I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica.
As much as I hate Natsuki for not hydrating, she's a good character. That's, Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
Yay!
That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Cal. Jesus. You don't gotta do everything for me. Have some, what's, fuck, doing all these voices has got me a little bit lightheaded. What's the word? You gotta be independent. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently.
Why are there so many ads? Hold on. Can I... There, okay, I turned off ads. Hopefully that might help a bit. I don't think it'll stop the ad that's going on, but... And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. I think I missed a line. I'm not sure. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. I chose to leave out Sayuri's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Ad over. Okay, I think I turned off ads. I found it in my settings, so... It was something I set up, but I didn't think ads would happen so frequently, so I think I'll have to edit that a bit. So, yeah, I'll mess with that a bit so that there's less ads during streams because, like, I swear you guys have been getting, like, so many ads, and that's just, like, not fair. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayuri somehow already finished her entire cookie. It was just a cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I have a question. How much do you hydrate? I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayuri's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though.
Well, we can't give up.
The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though.
What do you mean?
Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever.
No, like really, how much do you hydrate? I have how many ounces is this? I have a 28-ounce bottle, and I usually drink 2 of them a day. Okay, I give up. That's a 70. What's the reference?
Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will ever come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we could do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this.
That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind?
Well, I guess we could cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that.
You're right! Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly.
That wasn't why you suggested it?
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy.
Cupcakes it is then.
I'm hungry.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. Poor girl. Get some food in her. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Ugh! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Damn, she's just superimposed onto the screen.
Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that so out loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Yeah, I know. You're always looking after me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Huh? Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you.
Eh?
Sayori glances around at herself.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair's sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Oh, hi, Fizzy.
Hey, you meanie.
I don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is such a weird angle.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things.
Huh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? Her feet look so tiny because of the distance.
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. Tiny feet.
Yeah, it's so tiny.
What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
The fuck, Sayori? Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. These are the reasons why legally they are all 18 plus.
That's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
Huh? I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. I think I have a... Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
I guess so, huh? Hydrate references sanity, just so you know.
Huh. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Oh, but I was joking that time.
It's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
Monica suddenly calls out,
Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?
Yay!
Cal, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. Okay, so it looks like I'm going in the order of the game anyway. Because my first poem, we did really well with Yuri. And I don't know if that correlated to me having the Yuri cutscene because I was picking a lot of words that were good with her. And this time, because I picked a lot of Sayori words, I got the Sayori thing. Or if that's just the order it goes in. And then maybe if next time we do this, I pick Natsuki-centered words, we'll get to see a lot of Natsuki. And then as we do that, we can pick which girl we want to do. Follow the path line of. Sounded weird if I said it just like that. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. Nope, the poem minigame determines the game. Okay, cool. Okay. Who should I show my poem to first? So then, yeah. Sayori.
Oh my goodness. This is so good, Cal. I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem.
Ugh. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori.
No, but really. I want to put this on my wall. Can I?
Sayori. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Cal poem. And that's what makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me either. Oh god. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aww, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Well, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Smad.
Bittersweet, or that. Yeah. No, it would have been sappy. Sad and happy together.
I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
It is. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, gal. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay?
Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping, I blow dust off my bottle caps. Doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday that I was going to write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy!
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks.
That's a world of difference from I want breakfast. Yeah! Do I overuse hydration for Yuri? She looks more pale with chin students saying it, so I overuse it, I guess, because she needs a lot of hydration.
I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah, writing's the best. I'm going to keep writing until I die.
Don't get too ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. Hey, don't call her out like that. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, so I guess Because last time it went in order, I think the same. Because last time I think it was Yuri, Sayori, Natsuki, Monica. So I think the dialogue thing goes in order of who would like it the most to who jumped the least. So I guess second was Natsuki.
Well, I can admit it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort.
That's good.
Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type.
Sayori has a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know. But honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here.
Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not. Anyway,
the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that, and I'm sure a lot of other people can too.
It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotion is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it.
I will, because I'm going to pick a lot of Natsuki words. I want to do at least one with each of them. Let's see what you've written for today. This is pretty good, Cal. Were you influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday? I guess you could say that. I was also a bit surprised by how different everyone writes, so I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed well will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Oh, is this a metaphor for, SH? I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. You're fucking stupid then. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions to them. I didn't mean to say they're stupid. This character is me, so I'm calling myself stupid. Sarah reaching into her head, Natsuki spiders, Yuri's cutting knife and hungry raccoons. Today's poems are whoa. You seriously picked up on S8? Yeah. I mean, I knew people who, like, would do it. And, like, it always seemed like something, like, they had to do. You know, like, this, like, urge that they had. Because, you know, it made them feel better. So, like, the raccoon is, like, you would have to know someone to make that connection. Yeah. I have never participated in that, and I can't say I understand it to that extent, but I'm no psychologist, so I'm not really going to speak on it. But yeah, I knew people who did, so I made the connection of it. Well done. Wow, I'm kind of amazed. Yeah. But I don't get, Sayori, it's a bit more complicated, maybe because obviously I don't know someone who has it, but it's like giving yourself, and then obviously like not really they use a really powerful metaphor, so I'm gonna make my own, like putting on a mask, like all like reaching in her head and like pulling out all her happiness to give to other people, and now she's kind of like empty. But I really didn't get Natsuki spiders. She said my, so I'm assuming either like father, mother, or some sort of family person. I don't think she meant my as in like something she does, but I'm not really no. Natsuki is the Amy in her poem. Okay. Okay. Well then, yeah, that helps a bit. So it's either about the general people not liking Natsuki, or someone specific, because again, she does say my. So her poem is about being targeted for liking something and being ridiculed or judged for it, i.e. her manga. Okay. Well, our protagonist can relate to that, because he wants it to be on the hush-hush that he watches anime and manga. Don't worry, Natsuki. If you make it to 2022, it's normal. Everybody likes that kind of stuff now. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Don't call it a hobby. I'll be taking a break from chatting for a little bit, but I will still watch the stream and make a few comments because my hands are getting sweaty. It's understandable. You have a good time. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? Your hands are sweaty because you hydrated too much. About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest. Huh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah, but you're hurting yourself, Yuri. That's hurting someone. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad that you're a good listener. I should show my poem to next. Yuri. Hi, Cal. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would write. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we might be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. Sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. You'll never be like Yuri, Monica. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, I'll take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony, I think that's how it's pronounced, of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaninglessness. Load me. Oh. Okay, so I know I'm not in this totally blind. So I know Monica's like the villain. So RGB is, I'm assuming, because she knows she's in the screen. Meaningless noise. So that might be. I immediately thought of my own computer's fans whirring. And then sine, cosine, tangent. I'm not really into that. I don't know. Maybe that's a metaphor for code. And then obviously save me and load me is references to saving and loading the game. I think is what I'm getting. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Hydrate. Okay. I hydrated. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. If you're not totally blind, I will let you know that the villain is not completely accurate. Just try to keep that in mind going forward. Alright. Well, yeah, that's just what I was getting from the poem. That, like, kind of, like, again, I'm only doing this from, like, Mad Pet series. So, like, she knows she's, like, in the game kind of thing. Is what I remember. So save me, load me, and then references to RGB and probably, like, code and all the noises that come from being in a machine kind of thing. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. See, this feels so like she's not talking to me, but talking to me. It really it's kind of like fourth wall breaking in a sense with just the language they use. Which, if it's purposeful, it's like really nice. Keep reading. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. Just gonna silently do that. Just gonna follow Monica's writing tip advice. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we could put together anything good in just a few days.
Dang, Monica likes breaking that fourth wall. Yeah. It's like she was reading from a teleprompter, and then she's like, this isn't even about writing. What the fuck?
We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations.
Don't worry so much.
We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Huh, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
Performing?
Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. She'd be taking that hammer and breaking the fourth wall with it. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys?
No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot for them. It's a lot to ask of them, to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think that we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. Oh my god, that's such an anime protagonist, like, inspiring speech.
And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
It would be so funny if they both just went, no. Like, after that, in, like, that intense, inspirating speech.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent.
Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree! Oh, also off topic, but this week my school took us to learn how to ride a fishing boat. That really would be fun. It would, right? I've never fished before. I want to, kind of. I'm curious. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we could do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but
it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright!
Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice.
That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri.
This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Literally.
Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way!
Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no.
Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next?
Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Oh, fuck. I have to read it in their voices. It's the only way! Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Oh good, I don't have to read it. I was so scared I'd have to read like 5 poems out loud. Is this something she's done before? Or like in their voices, I guess. Is this something she's done before? Or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The 4 of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica.
Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next.
Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden.
They're just the flames that like come up. I'm thinking like of the Dragon Ball flames just like erupt from her and she's like, I'll go next. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri!
It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. Actually, I feel like Sayori and us care for each other, but believe we have nothing in common. And Yuri and Natsuki have some things in common, though no one notices it. Yeah, you know, they're all very complementary to each other. But everybody thinks they're unique, so people are like, nah. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Woo! Yeah, Yuri! Woo! Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. My tongue's getting like too big for my mouth. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Good job, Yuri. Have a popsicle.
I like you. You have a cupcake. I like you have a cupcake.
Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
So Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Say hurry.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then.
Sayuri begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayuri is, it's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayuri's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayuri meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayuri finishes and we applaud. Woo! Sayuri!
I did it!
Good job, Sayuri.
Even Cal liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean? Came out nicely, Sayuri. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery.
I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone.
The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know.
Okay.
Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Cal. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Cal lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step up in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Woo! Main character! Sorry I'm not as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
This poem is called... Why are you all looking at me?
I gotta go. Alright, bye, Janex. Because you're presenting.
Anyway, this poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if she's giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Well, don't you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, Doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want for other people. When it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait.
I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best.
Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Cal. You don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well... Oh! Oh! Well, me and Sayori are neighbors. This is unfair! Because part of me part of me is like, this isn't fair. Decisions, yes! Decisions are hard! Cause I really want to go through Yuri's storyline. But I don't want to make Sayori feel upset. Like, I could just lie to her. Save your game. I guess I could. I'm gonna lie to her. I'm saying that I would still walk home with her. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri?
But she's so beautiful and smart.
You have 54 safe slots, by the way. Cool. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always really seem... You always really seem... I feel like I'm reading this wrong. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you.
You're so silly, Cal. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so...
Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes.
Sorry.
Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of weird for Sayori to care so much about... But I want to respect her and keep her happy, too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay, we're gonna save here. We're gonna override it. It's fine. I've made my choices. I don't wanna pussy out at some point. But anyway, that's it for today. We've done almost 3 hours of Doki Doki. But that's just because... It's probably because we haven't gotten much into the horror aspect that makes it still interesting to me. and I'm not exactly terrified. Well, you definitely made it fun. Thank you. So I'm really having fun with this, and even though it's destroying my voice, I really like doing the voices too. I feel like I'm bringing life to it a little bit. It's long and it's a lot of reading, but you know, it's good. It's not bad. I really enjoyed playing this. So we might play it tomorrow. Play about after that. Yeah, I'm gonna like get ready and stuff because I have stuff to do in like the evening. So I'm gonna like get ready and stuff. Probably eat, hydrate more. Always hydrating, and then I'll play Val with you. But yeah, I think we'll play more Doki tomorrow for stream. It's gonna be a little more earlier than this because I'm gonna have to do it before I go to school. But yeah, because I'm finding this enjoyable, and I could just save at any point. So that was it for today. Check out any of my other stuff that's linked below. VODs are coming in next week. So any past streams. We'll look forward to continuing with you. Thank you for having me today. Of course, show up anytime. I want to like get through Doki. So like we'll probably just play it in order because I'm actually really having fun with this. And there might be like some days where maybe I'll play like something else from like Itch.io or something just to like break up the pace. But otherwise, yeah, I think I'm having really fun with Doki. So yeah. All right. Bye. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.